how do we keep that front and center for us, that the blessing that we have to be here and to be in the shade of the best ones, to keep that and understand that, and to keep reminding ourselves that, and not to forget that these small things, astaghfirullah, I'm not asking for a test, but things that happen every day. Or
it's precisely that you have to test. How do you know the quality of anything? You have to test. How do you know you learn? How do you know you learn? You learn, you learn, you learn. Even the best schools, you learn, they still have to test you, right? Testing is what? Then you will know. Don't wait for them to test you. You test yourself. Don't wait for them to kill you. You die before you die. Isn't that the whole point? Huh? Don't wait until you die. Every day, think about death. You have to test yourself. You have to put some discipline. You have to test. You learn, you study. Really? Did you learn? Did you study? The test is going to reveal to you. How many times we forget? How many times our heart is going to move? How many times we are allowing other people to test us? Right? How many times we're failing? It's not a test, it's just being annoying. It's not a test. It's not a test, it's just wasim. How you know? Now he's going to think I'm divine test from your Lord. Where is he? He's not here? Good, good. Go. Cut this out. Don't tell me. But as people of tariqat, every unpleasantness that happens to us, we must know it is coming from our Lord. Then we say, oh, I can behave regular way, you know. Or I can try to behave in a murid way. I can pull myself back. Even if I'm but pull myself back a little bit. Even if somebody is okay, pull myself back. Learn. Because let's say you've been tested by your wives, your children, your wealth, people whom you love, right? Let's say you are tested. What are you trying to achieve when you're going through that? Most people, what they're trying to achieve is revenge. You're being tested. They attack me, I must attack them. This is common people. Yes? Correct or no? You don't say, wait, why is this happening? Oh, yesterday I did this. Why is this happening? Oh, this person did. Nobody's thinking. Have you then no sense? أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ. Have you then no sense? Have you then no intelligence? Why are you not thinking? Think. Don't wait for the test to come. It's coming to you. Not sleeping, you are awake. You try to be conscious. You try to be awake and alert. What I said this morning, you guys are not even alert and awake. Who is to your right, to your left, to your front, to your side? You're not even alert to that. You're not even alert. What is this one doing? Because we live in a land of plenty. America. No one, alhamdulillah, for the sake of argument, okay? No one is hungry. Not only no one is hungry, they're feeding us on every side to please our pleasure centers, our ego, or whatever we want, we can. We don't really have to work hard for it. To the point where Americans are bored with that, yes? When you're no longer hungry, when you eat, in fact, they celebrate it twice a year at least in this country, right? One, they say, this is the day of giving shukr. What they do, they train from very young. What they do on the day of giving shukur, hum, 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 hum. Thanksgiving, right? Train from very young. And it's okay. It's nothing. It's normal. The second day is Christmas. Gimme, 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 gimme. Oh, I got a present. Eating, and that's it. At least 2 times a year. Do you understand how damaging it is to kids when they're growing up and they have that in their minds? You grow up as adults, you're just pleasing yourself, and once you're full, you go to sleep. If you're hungry, you'll not go to sleep. Animals, they're hungry all the time, that's why they're awake. As Hazrat Maulana is saying, if your belly is full, you cannot achieve anything, you cannot know anything. That's why with fasting it is important, with seclusion it is important, with you telling yourself, I shouldn't eat so much, it is important. As Hazrat Maulana is saying, the drum that is empty makes nice sound. The drum that is full, it makes a very ugly sound. No sound comes out, it is useless. So it is a hunger. What are you hungry for? You understand? If you're hungry for a cure, you will not go to sleep to get that cure. If you're hungry for a girl, for a man, for a job, you will always be awake. Yes, the hunger keeps you awake. Now look at yourself. What are you hungry for? You're hungry for your Lord, will keep you awake. You're hungry for the Prophet, you're hungry for your Shaykh, you will keep awake. You always, you say, this is not enough, I need more. You must then test yourself. You must be hungry. Things that are coming, we're not even talking, let alone be in tariqat, we're not even talking about so much of the sohbats of Shaykh. Murid must think that everything that is happening to him is coming from his Shaykh. It's a test. Of course, everything comes from Allah. Those who are going to be Wahhabi about this, don't listen to me. Turn off, go and watch some stupid video. But the murid must know everything is coming from his Shaykh, good and bad. Meaning, everything is pretty much a what? A test. Not in the sense of the test, but you are going through it and they are watching you. You understand? They are watching you to see how you're going to behave in this situation. How? How are you going to behave? Because the man, when he is sleepy, he behaves different. When he's hungry, he behaves different. When he's full, he behaves different. Correct or no? When you have money, you behave different. When you don't have money, you behave different. So what we become? Animals? Or even worse. But we are Hazrati Insan. So now they're going to watch. You are going to be tested. Always, the tests. First is difficulties. Difficulties. Then it's with ease. Difficulties that is coming. It's not liked. How are you going to behave? Are you a shaykh that you have to correct people? Are you a friend to others? Are you a friend to your child, a father to your child? Are you a friend and a husband? Are you a man? These days, I'm looking, the way women react, men also react same way. Why? You understand? Why? What excuse we got? Hormonally, what excuse we got? Biologically, what excuse we got? Carrying children inside and outside, what excuse we got? We cannot behave that way. We have to help. We have to be stronger to help. But when you are growing up in the system, when you're just young and you're just feeding to your own ego, then you are just a man with another woman, but you don't know how to be a man. You don't know how to carry, you don't know how to care, you don't know how to have friends. You don't know how to have friends. How you have friends, how you keep friends, because you're hungry for them. When you don't want friends, means you're sick and tired of them. Yeah, you don't need them. Yes? This system doesn't really make you to keep friends. Everything is consumerist. You eat and then you throw out. That's why the TV show Friends is so important to them, because it's just a fantasy. No one lives like that. You know when you can have friends? When you have family. Then you know how to have friends. Yeah. When you don't have proper family, you cannot have proper friends. So once you start looking, there's a test, they're watching. Why is it important for us as murids to think that way? That when things are happening, the Shaykh is sending and he's watching. Why? Because tariqat is to teach us taqwa. To know that Allah is looking at us. Even if we can't see Him, He sees us. Well, how Allah wants us to behave in this situation? How Allah wants us to behave in that situation? You want more than that? Allah is asking us non-stop, am I not your Lord? Non-stop, am I not your Lord? Every day, am I not your Lord? Am I not your Lord? And you living your life is an answer to that. Either you listen or you don't listen. So most people, they want to fight. They want to revenge. You hit me, I want to hit you. These days, everyone's a zalim yani. If somebody slaps you, you want to punch him. If someone punches you, you want to kill him. Forget about it. If someone say anything, you want to kill. Yes? Everyone becomes a zalim now. One day, we'll tell you the story. When that person who says he wants to follow a Shaykh, but he's very rough and tough, and the Shaykh says, you cannot follow me. He says, no, I want to follow you, Shaykh. You are correct. You can help me there. And the Shaykh then said, okay, now go to this person and smack him on the face. Go to this other person and hit him. Go to this other person and break this. One day we will say. We have not really entered there because foundations have to be laid first. So, then they're watching you. They're watching you. They're watching your tone. They're watching what words you use. They're watching your heart. They're looking, okay, in this situation, how is he going to react? You know how it is when we sit with Shah Effendi? It's like every word counts, every movement counts. Yes or no?
Yes.
I'm making certain things to be very difficult, but he wants me to do more. That's why when I'm seeing certain people, I'm saying, don't do that. Because things have to get fixed a little bit. And why are you doing that? Why is this? Why is that? When the murid understands this, and especially dealing with me, then he's not even going to look at who's around me, because those ones who are around me, I give them 10 times more discipline. Maybe you don't see it, but I do. So, then you always want to do better, good things. Not what your ego is, but how you think, if I do this, I will answer to my Lord, Qalu Bala, I will answer to my Shaykh, yes my Shaykh, this is our answer to my Prophet, I'm doing this according to your Sunnah. Don't you know we're even specific about the way that we're holding our hands, the way that we're sitting? So many times people, you don't see people here, as you see in different masjids, Ahli Sunnat, when they're sitting like that, the men always put there. We don't. Either you're going to put here, you're going to put here, you're going to sit like this, like this. All knowledge must lead to behavior. If you have behavior, you really don't need knowledge. If you have adab, if you have adab, that time you don't really need behavior. Because of the adab, you know, one day like this, according to the situation. You understand? Where you put your feet, why are we wearing socks, why are we doing this? This is all about behavior. The prophets came to change the behavior because the behavior is coming from the heart. Now if you have good hearts, your behavior will become good. Even to how we are stirring this. These are small matters. But it is enough for us. Because these small things, it can change us. Are there more? There are billions more. The tarikats were so concerned about that. But we cannot carry that. It will break us. We will fail horribly if we try that. That's why going back to 8th century texts, 10th century texts, 300-year-old books and try to learn of that is good. But how are you going to translate that to today's behavior like this? It's not only not easy, it is impossible. Not only is it impossible, it is not advised. It's not. Then you're going to be schizophrenic. So, then once you start watching yourself, and then you will be careful. You are being careful because you don't want to break this bond with Allah, as the khutbah is saying. The relationship between a shaykh and a murid is delicate. Don't think the murid is delicate and the shaykh is not delicate. Even if it is rough and tough, the shaykh is more delicate. So your relationship with Allah, it is delicate. Don't assume things, don't be rough. Ya Latif. Understand? So, then when you start doing that, slowly you'll take on good characteristics because certain things you're changing. When you're changing your movements, you're changing your thinking, you're changing from your heart, you say, oh, okay. Somebody comes and at you, okay, you took a step back, you know. Maybe it's important to a little bit, but it's not going to consume you. You're not going to play this game again. You have an idea. It's not to hit back. It's not to hit back. It's to solve a problem. It's to solve a problem. Okay, there's a problem. Okay, you're upset like this. Okay, don't get upset. Walk away. You know you're going to get upset. Walk away. Why burn yourself again? Unless you can carry it, Yani. If you can carry it, and if it's necessary for that, and very few people have that capacity because it will drain you. Okay? If you have that, then you can do. Otherwise, it's not necessary. Keep all your feelings, negative and positive, is still coming from emotions, yes? Keep all that feelings and emotions for Allah. Understand? Don't waste it on other things. Meaning, that's okay. That's okay. For Allah, for the Prophet ﷺ. Show that. Somebody asked me a question today. A good question. The person is not here. Saying, I'm doing things, I'm making zikr also, but I don't really have taste. I said, oh, so you're looking for zawq. And I said, how are you going to have zawq? I'm looking at you, and your heart is racing and your mind is racing 100 miles an hour. You understand? Physically, if you take this and you're talking about you're doing the other thing, you're like this, physically you will not be able to taste this. But if you take your time, shut everything off. I don't mean to be like Japanese or something, but you know, I'm not saying be in the moment, nothing, but just take time. You will taste. And the more you are not focusing or concentrating, but paying attention because you like. So when you love someone, you pay attention. You don't love someone, you don't pay attention. You understand? You pay attention. And you pay attention because you like. And in that moment, you shut everything off just to taste. Coffee, yes, raspberry, all these nonsense things, you know. Yes, this notes, that notes, this. But you're trying to taste. You are concentrating. You are khushu at that time. I said, now, how you are going to have the zawq, the taste of zikr, when you can't even do that with a cup of coffee? You're supposed to do that 5 times a day. You don't train yourself 5 times a day to push everything out when saying Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, woo, woo. Things that you don't think outside, you'll think inside of the namaz. You don't train yourself. You don't train yourself when you're making zikr to push everything aside. To train yourself to taste, to listen. And beyond that too, now, little things that you're doing. To say, okay, now everything is out. Nothing else exists except for this. La ilaha illallah. Nothing else exists. When you go to maqams, when you travel with a shaykh, that's what you're supposed to feel. Nothing else exists except for this. The world inside of another world, yes? But this is all on you. You have to make it happen. Once you can do that, then yes, one moment you're up, one moment you're there. Because you're able to turn the page, shut it off, turn it off, because you are concentrating on things, because those things need your attention, your care at that time. Now you will not have the excuse to say, I've had a rough day, that's why I'm behaving like this. You will know how to control it a little bit more. Even if it's a lot, then you can control. Then you say, look, why is this again? Why I have to carry this kid again? Why this kid wants me to tickle him? Because in 5 years' time, this kid will never ask me to tickle him again, ever for the rest of his life. So you look at things precious, time precious, moments precious. It's not about the kid, but the attitude, you understand? This is precious, people are precious, times, hearts are precious. Then it's not about hitting back. Huh? A little bit, you're tight, and then you can, okay, how do we solve this problem? How do we overcome? No? Yes? You must practice. You learn, you don't practice, you'll fail the test. And then you do that over and over and over and over again until you die. It gets worse and worse. You must not be satisfied of going through the same thing over and over again. You must not be. Why? Why? Why are you being a cliche? Why are you being a stereotype? It's not enough. 10 years, same way you're fighting. Shouldn't something new happen? Allah gives us a new sun and a new day every single day, a new chance. Why we're insisting on becoming same, becoming an idol, never changing? Why? Don't listen to shaitan. Don't. Did I tell you? Don't listen, don't worship shaitan, because he's your open enemy. Don't listen. Shaykh Maulana is saying, don't listen. Why listen to your ego? Why? You must get tired. But so many of you, you're young. And because the culture here promotes youth. 6 years old, still young. 16, still young. 26, still young. 36, still young. 66, it's okay. I'm still waiting to go for my class reunion. I'm still young at heart. You understand? It's not young there. It's not about young. It's being immature, spoiled. So you tell yourself, I still have the right to be. But so many cultures, they don't chase after that. They chase after becoming intelligent, becoming mature, not to be a baby. You know? One of the things I noticed when we first started to travel, that's why it's important to travel, when I went to Turkey, I'm seeing how people are. They have hard lives, simple lives. They go to work, do this, even if they eat outside. And especially when you go to out of the town areas a little bit, look at all the old people. And I'm looking and I said, all these people who are like 40 years even and above, 50 years, if they're religious or this or that, I would never imagine that they're going to go to the theater, to the movies, to watch, I don't know, what is that? comic? What they call? Huh? No, it looks comic. Marvel? Right? You would never imagine they're gonna. Now put it to Pakistan. You think the people who are like 50 years old and the uncles and the aunties and everything, they're going to go to the theater to watch Marvel movies? Would they do that? No, the Pakistanis saying maybe. But the Indian kind, they say no, we can't imagine. Because there is a certain, they say no, this is for kids. Yes? But over here, who does not go? It's become normal, right? In fact, you have to go, you have to buy a big popcorn and icy, and you have to eat, senselessly and watch, yes? And they will say this is normal, this part of the, it's fun a little bit, but it's sick. Once in a while you see, but as adults, that is for children. As adults, you must know this is not great. I remember when I was growing up, not too long ago, and they were like kids, boys, they were like 14 years old, and they were teasing those other kids that were 1 year, 2 years younger than them, because they were eating ice cream. So why are you eating ice cream? You're a baby, you eat ice cream. Only kids eat ice cream. You know where I'm going with this, right? It's familiar. There are times when you say, okay, I stop doing all this, I do something else. I stop doing all this, I do something else. And people say, yes, you always want to get more mature, older, better. But here everything is mixed. You can do anything you want at any time, at any age. Nobody will tell you what to do. And we have it in our attitudes. We should not. This is not good. This kind of American value is not good. Other values, they're very good. But not this one.